literally like rubbing my teacher's shoulders and like, yes ma'am, no ma'am. So I'm a people pleaser. But
yeah, there's a lot of cosplayers here. Who are you cosplayed as?
A creepy guy.
Hello, this is Brian from 1889 Workshop here with
He-Man
and
Shera.
Anabelle Martinez.
Wayne Sullivan.
Ron Deep.
Hi, I'm AmberSkies Cosplay.
Garrick Backer of KnowOne's Designs.
Micah McMurray. I'm Loki Twin.
Justin Hackert of Hackert Helmets and Props.
Harley Quinn. LaRocque.
The Joker, Paul Pina.
And Deathstroke as Patrick Murillo.
looks like most of the cast of Steven Universe.
Pearl.
Nicole.
Steven.
Lapis. Connie.
Pearl. Rose.
Let's talk about your costumes. So, did you make this yourself?
Parts of it I've made, part of it we bought off eBay.
Yeah.
Did about 50-50. You'd never guess. These bracers, they're can cozies.
Can koozies to keep them cold?
Exactly.
I'm doing a casual resistance pilot from The Force Awakens.
Deathstroke, also known as Slade Wilson. It took me about 5 months to make this, starting from scaling the figures that I wanted to do and actually making the patterns and templates, cutting the foam, and then painting. So about 5 months.
This one was a collaboration. The original shell was a 3D print by our friend Jara of Sunday Cosplay. My husband does a lot of finishing work on helmets, so he finished it up, smoothed it out, made it, wet sanded it to make it perfect. The rest was a silicone mold and resin cast into 2 pieces, and the ear caps. And the shield itself is a temporary one, but we have a buck so we can vacuum form the shields.
Well, this is the Netflix series of Daredevil.
Season 2.
The season, 1.52.
Yeah.
This is like the hero suit. As you would probably see, he wore like a black vigilante costume. And then toward the end of the series, you see him wear the full hero suit. And that's what I'm doing today. Hardest part about making this suit, I would say, would be probably the armored pieces. The armored pieces kind of took me about a couple of days to do. I had to sit there and cut these pieces out of foam, and then I had to glue material over it so it matches my cowl. This cover look is this cosplayer Yaya Han's fabric.
Oh, Yaya.
Yeah, she's got some fabrics at Joann's, so I used that because I love the way the texture and the weave pattern is on it. So
Yeah, it does look like real.
and I thought it went well with the weave of the costume. It's all about adding layers and patterns. So this crown is pretty cool. This piece was a 3D model, and I forgot who the artist was, but the person that molded and casted it is called KJC Props. And I saw his thread come up on the RPF, and I was like, this crown is going to be great. I would love to support that, and I just went ahead and purchased that piece and got it here within like about a week, just in time for the con.
Sonic was probably one of my fastest, so it's very easy. I used a lot of stuff that I had laying around my house already. This is just the cuffs and the cufflinks on the shoes and everything were leftover foam I had from another build. This bodysuit I found at a Goodwill for $5. It was one of those full, I don't know what they call
Wait,
it. Like
bodysuits at... Where'd you get it?
At Goodwill, it was in the Halloween section.
Oh.
I know, for $5, it's amazing. It was one of those kind where it zips up and is blue over your whole face and arms, like one of those Zentai
I didn't know
suits.
those
I don't
were
know what
those
they call
common.
I didn't either until I saw it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna make Sonic out of that. So I cut off the sleeves and I used the sleeves to make the spikes. And here we are.
This is our Pacific Rim, the Gypsy Danger dive suits, or drive suits, excuse me. Everything except for the donor shoes and the gloves was fabricated by my wife and I. It was a custom patterned undersuit with all of the armor done out of EVA foam, vacuum formed pieces, 3D printed pieces, and molded and casted pieces.
I did not make this one. I've been wearing it for about a year and a half. I bought the scarf off Etsy. Everything else is just from Men's Warehouse.
How many Loki costumes do you have total? Because I've seen your other one.
I have 2 total.
Oh, 2 total?
Yeah, just one and the full one.
Yeah, so how long did it take you to make the other one?
I don't make any of my own cosplays. I buy everything I do.
Well, I got the shirt and the belt online, but I added this and then painted this, so probably only a couple days, honestly.
And how'd you put this together?
Well, I bought some scrubs, and then I had to...
Have you seen this, man?
And then I had to get the boots. My mom had to do the tattoos. I got the grill on Amazon, had to sculpt that to my mouth.
Oh, how much did that cost, by the way?
$10. 10 bucks. And then, and then the whole white makeup costs about 90 bucks to do all the makeup, all the setting, and then all the hairspray. And then the glove, I actually had his buddy do it. If you can see it, it's got the smiley face on it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was 10 bucks from his brother.
All right, man. Thrift shopping.
That's where it's at, man.
And it costs about like $25, man. All this.
All this, 25 bucks?
Man.
What did you have beforehand?
Jeez.
Nothing?
Just the boots, I guess.
Maybe some socks?
Maybe some socks, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it, yeah, man.
This is basically our first time we actually went all out with the cosplay for the both of us.
This is her first cosplay, and I've been cosplaying for about 2 years on and on.
It's about 3 years, but I just keep doing the same type of costume. So.
What inspired you to become a game developer?
I've always wanted to, make games, and I never really gave it a chance because, everybody always told me, you can't get money in that. But, I finally decided since I have a stable job, to just pursue it and learn it on my own and, start a business doing that and see how far it goes. So.
Where are you from?
I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I now live in Phoenix, Arizona.
I'm not from Phoenix, actually. I'm originally from Canada, straight north of Montana.
This is a lot different than Canada.
Yeah, and back home when I was growing up, I didn't know a lot of people. It wasn't as big of a thing to do the Comicon type. So come down here, met her, and she introduced me to the world. And second year, I've loved it. I'm looking forward to going to some of the smaller ones even later on. And I'm looking forward to next year's Comicon. And maybe one day move up to San Diego. But
yeah, San Diego, that's the dream, right?
Yeah, I'm from Phoenix. I'm a native. I've lived here my entire life. I went to NAU, go Lumberjacks. And now I'm a third grade teacher. So on top of cosplay, I have a secret alternative life.
Have you ever had an opportunity to bring it to school?
I have actually. I promised the kids a couple of years ago that if they were good all year, which was a hard promise to keep, but they actually were. I actually went and performed for the entire. I was at my elementary school, all the kindergartners for the entire school. I teach third, but I performed for the kindergartners because they completed their reading list, and I showed up as Elsa, and I sung and did the whole Elsa spiel, and it was a good time.
And he's a game dev, so let's talk about your games.
So the game that I'm currently making is called Toaster in Space, and the goal of the game is you're a flying toaster with a jetpack on your back, collecting radioactive toast while dodging space stacks. And it's not like your typical, Flappy Birds type game, but it's actually going to have an ending to it with a boss, lives, power-ups, and everything. So I was hoping to do something that was just a little different than the normal convention on most mobile games. So that's pretty much it. One of the power-ups here is a flaming toast, and it just goes through everything. So it's pretty much the game.
What's your favorite episode of Steven Universe?
Rose's Scabbard.
Rose's Scabbard?
Okay. Also Rose's Scabbard, yes.
I'm going to say Hit the Diamond. It was just fantastic.
That was wonderful.
The answer.
I'm going to say open book. I'm a bit of a book nerd. I don't know all of them.
All of them? Yeah, that's my choice too, actually. All of them. How long have you been cosplaying?
I was the kid growing up that never let his parents put the Halloween costumes away. And I did theater and stuff like that, and the SCA and Ren Fair. But really, this kind of cosplay, probably since 2008, 2009, something like that.
Honestly, I think I've been cosplaying for more than 10 to 15 years. The funny thing is that I'm actually a prop artist, so I make I make mostly replica movie props and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But costuming kind of came, sort of naturally as sort of an extension of what I do.
Did you start cosplaying before you called it cosplay?
Yeah, we just kept calling it costuming.
Yeah,
we were
Halloween and stuff.
Exactly.
And different events.
We were just doing costuming, and we thought, this would be a great hobby to kind of, push for.
Yeah.
And as these Comic Cons have become, more of a pop culture convention, and that people started embracing this kind of culture, I felt that the word cosplay has become sort of competitive now because people are always trying to get the best cowls or the best costumes or whatever for whatever reason. I think it's mostly sport now.
Yeah. You think it's a good thing?
I think it's absolutely.
Yeah, good competition.
Yeah, absolutely. It really pushes artists to be better than what they are.
So how long have you guys been cosplaying as a group or just individually?
A month.
A month? First one?
This is first Comic-Con.
Yeah, first Comic-Con for both of us. We did a Halloween thing similar like this.
Yeah, this is actually set up for Halloween.
Yeah.
This is the Halloween setup?
Yeah, I was like, hey.
I did a little different Joker for Halloween, but this one's the Suicide Squad one.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been doing it since October basically.
Yeah.
So how long have you been coming to the conventions here?
I've been coming to Phoenix Comic Con for 2 years.
Yeah, are you from Arizona?
Yep, born and raised in Phoenix.
Yeah. So you learned on your own. What did you learn from like YouTube or just?
Yeah. There's a guy who teaches C# really well, and then I learned Unity, and I learned how to program, and I found artists to work with, and just learned from there, and just taught myself the whole shebang. So.
There's actually a lot of crazy things happening at the convention. What's the craziest thing you saw this weekend?
For me personally, people seem to really love me stabbing them.
Stabbing them.
Yeah, I'm the Princess of Power. I'm a symbol
Really
of
gets them
female
going.
empowerment. So they're just like, oh, Shera, stab me harder. All right, I can do that.
Well, every con has a lot of inappropriate stuff that comes about. But I would say probably one of the craziest ones that we had seen is we had the Sex in the Victorian Era panel.
The 18
which
plus
was,
panel?
Yeah, 18 plus panel that was all about the 1800s and the late 1800s and how our perception of them and that time was very much that they were prudes. But that is not the case. And there were certainly some interesting photos that they were showing from that time period, as well as videos, including the first adult film that was ever recorded. And they showed a very short clip of that, of course, not the entire thing. It's definitely a lot of fun.
Thank you. I think there was one after called Undressing a Victorian
Yes, Undressing the Victorian Lady, Madame Askew. She's a very well-known person in the Arizona steampunk community, and she spent about 45 minutes taking off 8 layers of clothing.
Craziest thing I've seen this weekend. Did you see the Mermaid Hunter walking around?
No, I don't even know what that's from.
Oh my goodness, it's an original creation. Think of like a BioShock Big Daddy, kind of.
Wait, we did see that?
Yeah. Giant harpoon and a machine on the back that makes
a bone claw.
Yeah.
Sword.
And the machine that made bubbles to make it look like he's walking around underwater. That was pretty on point. Like that, I love when people do custom creations and then take them to just that extra level.
Yeah.
Craziest things I've seen. Wow. Outside it's about 118 downtown.
Yeah.
So I'm.
I mean seen, but sensed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of really skimpy, Harley Quinns, which I am not mad about.
I think we got 50% Harley Quinns, 50% Deadpools.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of Rays too. I like the Rays.
A couple years ago, it was Doctor Who.
Yeah, absolutely. It was Doctor Who. Now we've got Deadpool because of the franchised success of its rated R Marvel superhero movie. I absolutely love the movie and I love the character, which is why I love Daredevil so much. You've got such a nitty gritty, version of Marvel that is happening right now.
That's tied in with the universe.
Absolutely, yeah.
Gender bent Roger and Jessica.
Gender bent Roger and Jessica. How about you?
I saw a lot of nudity, man.
Did you see a lot of nudity?
Craziest thing right there.
Yeah?
A lot of nudity.
Oh man, dude, it's Star Wars, man. Star Wars. Also, I love Star Wars, alright? So,
yeah.
I like,
Are you solo or do you have like buddies or like a company that you work with?
I actually have a artist who's based out in Colorado. His name is Jameson Weaver, and he's done all this art right here. I've actually went through 2 previous artists before this, and then I have a sound guy, which I've went through 2 of those too. So it's been a bumpy ride, but it's worth it.
Who's your favorite cosplayer in the community right now?
Ooh, I have to go with Adam Savage.
Oh, Adam Savage.
Adam Savage is like
Incognito.
Oh yeah, his Incognito, personal hero of mine. I just love not only the quality and caliber of his personal builds, but how much he supports the community, how open and honest he is about when he outsources work, and just how encouraging he is for all of cosplay and costuming in general.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's hard. I saw Mr. Freeze earlier, who was absolutely incredible.
White?
He was all perfectly painted. He had a giant orb on his head, LEDs glowing everywhere. Must be really, really hot, but he looked awesome. So
you would think it'd be really, really cold.
You would think so, but it's 117 outside here in Phoenix, so not a very fun day today.
Oh my god, I follow a ton. I actually do a male cosplay calendar. So I've got
versus cosplay?
Yeah.
Okay, I follow that.
Oh, you know me.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of babies right now. Just at the con. Actually, Wayne's one of my cosplay guys. So a lot of the guys in the calendar now that I'm meeting it's kind of a cheating answer, but I love all the guys in the calendar who have come out. But fan favorites, one of the guys who really helped me learn more about foam and armor Beyond the people I work with was Bill Duran up in Seattle.
Him and and Garrick, who just did the panel with us. I've learned a lot from him on his
designs.
I've seen him on Facebook, and I think he has some YouTube videos that I subscribe to, and they've been really good. And then actually, I learned a lot from the panel today, even as one of the panelists. I learned a lot.
Yeah. Where can people find this?
In about 30 days from now, I'll plan on having this on the Google Play, and then after that on the App Store for iPhone. So, and this is just the demo. The full game won't be out until I don't know when. So, I'm hopefully trying to get funds through Kickstarter by getting a base, a download base, and fan base, so they'll fund it because they want to see the full game and help me out kickstart my project. So,
we
are the Crystal Gems. We'll always save the day.
And if you think we can't, we'll
always find a way. That's why the people of this world believe in garnet, amethyst, and pearl. And Steven!
Where can people reach you?
We don't really do anything public, unfortunately. We both have our private accounts, but I'm on Instagram. We've been posting a couple of our photos on there. I'm Kelly Leanne, but yeah, we don't do much otherwise on that. So
I can be found through Facebook at Hackert Helmets and Props.
My only social media is on Facebook. I go by Loki Twin, so if you search there, you can find it.
Oh, you can find me at KnowOne's Designs. That's KNOW. KnowOne'sDesigns.com on Twitter, Facebook. I do tutorials on YouTube. Basically, you can find our work anywhere you find KnowOne's Designs.
You can reach me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any of those. I don't tweet very much, but it's there. I also have a Patreon as well I'm working on opening up, but it's AmberSkies Cosplay. Like Amber, wow, look at all those skies, multiple skies, and that's it. So
I'm through Amos Creations, also Men vs. Cosplay, and my art name is Anabelle Martinez.
And Tango Bravo Costuming on Facebook.
Instagram, Paul Pina 37.
Instagram, Hannah OML.
And Facebook, I guess, on Patrick Murillo.
Alrighty. On Facebook, I have a Facebook page called Toaster in Space.
I don't have a cosplay page. I don't even have a website for my stuff. So Facebook, yeah, just under Ron Deep. My Etsy page would be a really great place to reach into me to see my work. I've done other props as well. I've made like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer scythe, which is Machina props on Etsy.
Do you have any questions for me?
Why are you being so mean to Captain America?
Actually, yesterday I was Captain America.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then stop being so hard on yourself, man. Come on.
The safest hands are still our own. Alrighty. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Thank you so much, man.
No problem.
Thank you. Take it easy. This guy is funny.
Yeah, you can say that. All right.
What's your best joke, man?
Chimichangas.
There you go. Awesome.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go faster.